Hi, welcome to Pleasure Sports. Today we're going to take a look at the new Oneill J-Type. This is a 7mm cold water wetsuit. So there's 7mm neoprene throughout the entire suit. This suit's made of two types of neoprene that's proprietary to Oneill. The first is Ultraflex DS neoprene, and that is in the arms of the wetsuit, you can see here, and also in the legs. And what else Oneill uses in the torso is called TFX Torso Flex. So these are different types of neoprenes. We've got the Ultraflex XDS, which has been around a while. It's an amazingly stretchy material, especially for a 7mm wetsuit, and we know how thick that is. And so it's got a lot of stretch in the arms and the legs. And then the torso is really wonderful too because of the way the neoprene actually expands when you breathe. A couple features we want to take a look at of this suit. On the actual wrist and ankles, we have what are called O-ring cuffs. And what these actually do is create a nice tight seal around the wrist with glide skin neoprene that actually creates a seam so flushing doesn't come up into the wetsuit of water, and also down in the ankle area. And you can see here that the O-ring is here as well. This is a great suit that's an alternative to a dry suit. And also an alternative to a two-piece. So it's a really popular wetsuit that we have. It's actually one of our best-selling. What we can take a look at here is that this wetsuit actually comes with an integrated hood. Let's take a look at that. You can see the hood here. This is a vented hood. And what we can see with a vented hood is on the top of the hood, there's actually tiny little holes in it. And that's where air can actually escape if there's air inside the facial plate as you're descending into the water. It's really wonderful. And you can also see here that the water only has some main key areas or air to be able to go through, and then it has all the vents along the top, which is wonderful. On the actual hood itself, we have a nice glide skin face seal, so we can create a seal around the front face of our wetsuit to our skin, again helping prevent water from flushing into the suit and making us have to heat that water up again to keep us warm. We unvelcro the suit like this, just gently on the back. We have a great little place for it to actually stay velcroed once we get it over our head. And we actually get into the suit from the back. We can take a look at that. So we have a great zipper here that actually blocks out water, which is wonderful. And then behind the zipper itself, we have a barrier. This is actually inside. We have a john built into this wetsuit, so we can take a look at it here so we can see. So we have a 7mm thick suit in the J-Type by itself in the outer shell, and then we also have a 7mm internal john. So it's actually 14mm in the core. So this is a very, very technical warm wetsuit. And I'll show you a few more things. You can notice that there's a weld on the exterior of the suit along the seams. It's also inside the john. And you can see that the john's actually connected internally into this suit in the lower back area. So you've got all this from the lower back kidney area all the way up to your neck of 7mm neoprene, and then you actually get another lining of it. So let's turn this around so you can see the front. Again, in the J-Type, we talked about the different types of neoprene. This neoprene on the inside is the Ultraflex DS, which is really, really stretchy. And then the zipper that I was telling you about before is a blackout zipper, so water can't go through. So this suit has a closure system, and I'll show you that in just a second. How we actually get in this suit is we have some great Velcro straps here to keep us nice and tight in the suit. You just undo these, and then you can step into your suit this way, okay? What I like to do is actually fold the suit down and then step into it like a pair of pants, and then go ahead and put the john over my shoulders. So then we reinforce that, and we can see here. On the inside of the suit, you can see that there's a weld along the seams. So there's a double weld in the suit, on the outside and the inside. In the manufacturing process, it's glued together, then blind stitched, and then a weld on the outside and a weld on the inside, creating almost a bulletproof seam and a watertight seam. Let's take a look. When we put this back on over our shoulders, we go ahead and put our arms in first. And the last thing we do is we actually put our head into the hood part, and then we can zip it up, and then we can put the Velcro closure along where it goes on the back. What I also want to draw your attention to on this wetsuit, because it has the john built in, and it's actually on the inner waist, sewn, we've got this great drainage system. So if any water were to penetrate through the hood or into the john or in through the zipper, you've got some drain holes here. And because this is sealed internally, the water will never go down into the legs. It'll drain out these drain holes on both sides of the J-Type wetsuit. So it's a really, really fantastic wetsuit. I also love the fact that the knee pads are abrasion resistant. They don't actually attach or rip apart any of the nylon on the outside of the neoprene. And they're abrasion resistant, which is really wonderful. And I like how long they are, because if you're on the deck of a boat, or if you're bumping up against rocks or something, you're really protecting your wetsuit, which is really great. So this is a really beautiful wetsuit. If I happen to miss any features at all on this wetsuit, please take a look at our website and learn more about the Oneill J-Type 7mm wetsuit at pleasuresports.com.